So this is literally a river being born before your eyes.
It starts here at Spring Lake in San Marcos, where groundwater bubbles up from deep within the Edwards Aquifer and begins its long journey downstream.
It's really important to visualize that all of the rain here is flowing underground, and this is where it really does recharge that groundwater supply.
Jessica Polizza is among a group of grad students from Texas A&M Corpus Christi, part of a coastal marine systems course, studying how groundwater from central Texas directly influences our own coastal waters.
So we are taking samples at the groundwater sources in these streams so we can really measure the radon and radium and how much is coming up from those springs. You know, we have a drought right now, so we really want to get those measurements and compare with data from previous years.
By comparing those numbers, scientists can see if there is less water emerging.
So what you're seeing here is one of the many locations where groundwater comes out of the Edwards Aquifer.
Professor Jarina Murguled says that's where the concern for cities like Corpus Christi start.
If there isn't rain here, and there isn't enough recharge to the aquifer, the flow in the rivers is much less.
But as cities upstream retain more water for their own growing needs, that leaves places like Corpus Christi far downstream at the mercy of what's left.
Nueces River originates up in the hill country in the Edwards Aquifer, from which San Antonio is drawing water. And they are in a very bad situation right now. As population grows and there is less rain for them, there's less water to go into the stream and traveling downstream to our reservoirs.
At the Meadows Center for Water and the Environment at Texas State, Dr. Robert Mace specializes in aquifer recharge. He says legal disputes over who gets to keep how much water are already starting.
As water becomes scarcer and cities become thirstier, it does set up conflicts of where that water is going to come from. And so currently there's a lawsuit Bryan College Station has against some folks trying to bring water to central Texas to meet needs.
John Byram, the executive director for the Nueces River Authority, says we could one day see similar conflicts.
Back in 1980, when I got in this business, the saying was whiskey's for drinking, water's for fighting. And I thought, well, there's no way. You know, we got plenty of water in Texas. We're there.
Byram says one proposed solution involves diverting water from the Nueces and the nearby Atascosa River into the Choke Canyon Reservoir.
Absolutely, and that would solve two problems. Number one is it would augment the levels in Choke Canyon. Number two would solve a flooding issue that is south of the Corpus Christi Dam.
A short pipeline just over a mile long could connect the systems. Funding has already been secured by the NRA to study the feasibility.